Okay, AI is hot. Unless you're living under a rock, you already know that. But can we also say that AI is for your organization? That's the big question. At Botcopy, we say yes. Our whole reason for existing is to bring smart contact center AI to business and government websites. Because if we do this right, we help users get the information and services they need. We help your organization streamline your operations and free up your staff to do more important things. And if we can get both of those things right, we believe that we can help the world. So real quick, let's talk about what Botcopy is, how it brings AI to your website, and why Botcopy might be the way to go. So let's start with the what. Botcopy offers a web messenger that's designed for large organizations in a way that's safe and effective so that you can be first to innovate and give your contact center staff superpowers. Our messenger is multilingual, supporting over 130 languages, ADA compliant, 2.1 AA. We're proud of that. It can authenticate users securely with a login that gives them access to their accounts and their information. It integrates with LLMs, with live chat. Last but not least, BYOC stands for Bring Your Own Cloud. We really stand behind this approach, and the cloud we bring to the table is Google. Now, why is BYOC such an advantage? We'll get to that in a second. Let's get some introductions out of the way. Botcopy is a company in Los Angeles. We have 10 years conversation design experience, 5 years enterprise SaaS, and a great track record with enterprise and government organizations. Here's a glimpse of our flagship product, the Botcopy Messenger. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. As we covered before, it has a lot of great features, plus it supports rich components like videos, carousels, forms. It's a white label solution that you can design to look any way you want, and it's got something else that's really special. A brain of its own. The chat messenger is contextually aware. Remember that pink arrow because we're going to get into that in a second. First things first, let's take a look at this. What Botcopy really gives you is the best of both worlds. On one hand, you have the front end with, again, all the things we discussed. And on the back end, you've got Google Cloud with the contact center AI platform, Dialogflow CX, second-to-none storage capabilities and data visualization, and now LLM technology to rival GPT, such as Palm 2. And its translation abilities are surpassingly good. So it's the best of both worlds, the best front end and the best back end. When your back end is Google Cloud, it means that you own and control your AI framework. It's not part of some smaller one-stop shop company. It's a cloud solution that's portable and only you own the credentials. The data security doesn't get any better, and it's the most scalable solution because you can keep adding new products and new storage, leading to brilliant AI solutions that will bring your operations and your organization itself into the next era as a leader. It integrates with all your third-party apps, whether it's healthcare EHRs and EMRs, or third-party services for banks and finance. If it has an API, it can be sewn into your solution securely. This is a future-proof approach because Google is on the bleeding edge of AI. You know you're not going to be left behind or boxed in. So there you have it, the best of both worlds. But let's get back to what makes Botcopy the best as a front-end solution. So sure, there are other ways to get Google's superior technology onto your website, but they just don't stack up. That's probably because Botcopy only focuses on that front end piece. This features list looks complicated because it is. There's just a lot that Botcopy can do that large organizations need. Sometimes there's a learning curve, and it can be hard for certain organizations to set up on their own. In that sense, Botcopy is the best of three worlds. So look at it this way. In the back end, there's Dialogflow CX, where the framework is constructed. We can help with that. On the front end, you have our SaaS product, bringing together both brains and beauty, and the service piece to tie it all together, creating a user experience that works and a cloud setup that gets better over time. We're proud of the work we do for government and public sector clients, and enterprise as well. From finance to healthcare, manufacturing, real estate, education, there's a live Botcopy use case in every industry, and we're adding new ones every day. Some are even winning awards. You can see the Minnesota DMV use case here. Citizens can go online from the comfort of their home and take care of DMV tasks, and they can do it in English, Spanish, Hmong, and Somali, which are actually the native tongues for a lot of Minnesotans. So kudos to Minnesota for their vision and working with us to make this possible. And a big shout out to Google Public Sector for bringing it all together and helping us win the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Award for this use case. Now you see that the chat messenger is on the lower right corner. That's pretty common. And here it is again on mobile, taking up the full screen. Here it is on Century 21, and over to the right, you see it on Guaranteed Rate. That's pretty common, but there are other ways to go about it, meaning it doesn't always have to be a traditional chatbot. It's an entry point that has a lot of flexibility. For example, you can set the size, dimension, placement. You could have multiple windows on the same page or different styles on different pages. It's completely up to you. And it's kind of revolutionary when you think that you can scan a QR code and it's a website, but the user experience resembles that of a messaging app, which might raise the question, why are we so into websites? Because to this day, and probably for the foreseeable future, your website is the sturdy anchor for your digital presence, and it's also a data goldmine. Let's delve into this a bit. One of the great things about your website is that you are in control. Nobody's limiting what you can and can't do. Plus, you have the data privacy. It's your website, it's your data. You decide who you share it with. The SEO visibility is obvious, helping you show up in search engine results. It's easy to access because it's just a website. You don't have to download an app or enter a social media login. And once you're on the website, there's a pre and post login, and you get to decide what to put where. Last but not least, the user gets to set the pace of how they explore. Okay, so let's look at the data goldmine. If you think about it, a website is an intermediary space. When users move throughout this space, they throw off a ton of contextual data. Your website can capture this context, and that can inform how you help your users, adding value to their experience. And when you keep tabs on their behavior, that can inform how your chatbot responds. Because when you have high-value insights, your contact center AI can respond in a more personalized way. Consider that the kind of data that only a website journey can generate can be sent to the LLM system. And this is going to result in surprisingly better user experiences and has the potential to radically streamline your operations. So that's why websites. Now, remember that pink arrow we talked about? The Botcopy chat messenger is more contextually aware than any other web chat messenger on the market. See, Botcopy breaks the context barrier. One way to think of this is that when a user goes onto a website, their identity and their behaviors contain all kinds of useful data that'll help the back-end functionality in the cloud serve the user better. But think of it as if it's stuck behind a brick wall. How do we get that information over to the cloud? For example, when a user comes to your website, there may be a ref parameter in the address bar. If they came from a specific link in an email promotion, this contains a constellation of valuable information, like who they are, where they came from, and potentially what they want. The Botcopy messenger sees this context and sends it to the cloud. Now the AI system knows that it's Kate and she came off of a specific email. And given this context, she likely wants tickets. So now the chat experience can serve up a really personalized message with the name of the user, acknowledging where they came from, pointing out some of the context, and having a proactive sense of what the user wants. This is a real game changer because it really does improve engagement. Let's move on to behavioral context. As a user moves throughout your website, they leave clues in the form of data on how you can better help them. It can see what page they're on, what they're clicking on, the journey they take, hovering, or even if they encounter an error. So once the messenger has this information, it sends it to the cloud in the form of event listeners and window methods, and the advanced technology on the left side of the wall can make sense of those behaviors and come up with informed responses. For example, it looks like you want info on driver's license renewals and you're having login issues. I can't overstate the impact that has on reducing call center volume and increasing customer satisfaction. So now you have a sense of just how powerful the Botcopy approach can be. Let's take a look at what it's like to actually use it. When you first log in, you select your Dialogflow platform. All your Dialogflow agents will appear in this dropdown. You can set up your language preferences. And on the right is the embed snippet that you can easily add to your website's code base when you're ready to launch your bot. The branding section is designed to give you thousands of options, from colors and loading animations and suggestion chips. Your front end can be designed in minutes instead of months. We also offer a live chat suite that's enterprise and public sector ready. You can review all your conversations, save your transcripts and have them sent to the cloud for analysis, and to inform the way you enhance your knowledge base in the future. And remember, all of it has a secure native integration to your Google Cloud project. It's that stable, reliable piece of the puzzle to create incredible experiences and revolutionize the way you do things today and far into the future. So in that sense, Botcopy is more than a Google Cloud partner. We're also a Google Cloud part. And you know what? We also want to be your partner. We're here to help and be a crucial part of your solution. You can set up a priority meeting when your schedule permits, and we really look forward to it because together we're going to do amazing things. Let us know if you have any questions. Talk soon.